All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Dave. This is Dave Explains. And really quick, I'm just going to go down here and clear this out. I was building a compound interest calculator. Fun. It doesn't say how much per month that you get, though. It's like it tells you how much your total amount is going to be when you're done making the payments on something. So, I mean, theoretically speaking, then you could just divide that by all of the months, but um, I don't think that's exactly how it goes either. Anyway, so today we are going to talk about loops and conditionals. Now, I know you've seen me work with for loops many times. We also have a while loop where I think I tried playing with it in one of the videos, and then I just kind of like gave up for a second because I was waiting for today. Now, I feel really bad because of the fact that we have not talked about data frames and we're going to import pandas at this point. But at the same time, I've used loops like 3 out of 5 days so far, at least. So, or 4 days. 4 days out of 5 days, at least. So it's not, go easy on me here. Loops are kind of a foundational thing. The best way that I can ever really think about this is like the first thing that I got was that I thought of when I did this was a clock. So really quick here, I'm just gonna pause this really quick. Okay, so I wanted to bring in this little module. True enough, I can just put this into commonly used modules file and just import that and use it like that. And I probably should, now that I really think about it. Let's just come up here, import time. Now time is in here. So we have our imports where we're importing modules. CryptoCompare is something that someone else made. Pandas is something that somebody else made and is heavily used. And then time is something I don't even know anymore. So visible counter is something that I created with the first complete program that I ever made. I do have a video where I talk about this. So it just needs to be edited and published. I was going to publish it, I think, this weekend. Be that as it may, let's just jump in and talk about it. So if I want to see the timer going, I just take off the print I, or I uncomment it. If I don't want to see it and I don't want it to be an invisible counter, I do a print I, and all it does is it counts by 1 second. So let's say I want to do a clock, and I am going to bring in seconds, and then we're going to say we're going to do for loops. We're going to say for x in count or range 60, and then we're going to say print x plus 1, because it should start at 0, so we want it to start at 1. And then we're going to do visible counter And we're going to put in 1 into visible counter because we want it to run for 1 second. Now, this means that technically I'm going to do 1 second plus the processing time of this and this. So that's not supposed to be in this function. And it also doesn't need this condition like I thought it might. We want to see everything and go. One, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. What is going on? Oh, because that's what it is. Okay. And now what it's doing is it's going to run through its cycle of 60. And I wonder if after 60 it's going to hit 2. So what you would do then is you would say for x in range 60, all right, so what we don't need anymore is that print I, because we took care of that here. And what we'll do now is that this is going to, what on earth? No, don't. All right, let's rerun that now. Why is it doing that? Oh, you know why? Because we don't have a visible counter down here. All right. Okay, so let's restart. Okay, so what we have now is that this is going to count for 60 seconds, then this is going to count for 60 minutes. So this will go 1 time, this will count 1, and then this will count 60. This will count 2, and then this will count 60. Then this will count 3, then this will count 60. I basically just made a clock. I made a 1-hour clock. That's all I did. Now we have the 1, and now it's going to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we have 59 seconds, and then it hit 1 minute, and then it will start over again. So, and because we're getting that 0, we are going 1 minute and 1 second, which is what that original +1 was supposed to take care of. And that's where this is the first idea that I had for a for loop. Now, going back up to here, now since this is a that's a function, we don't have to erase it, we don't have to comment it out, we just don't have to connect it. I first started working with CryptoCompare just for fun, to see if I could build a streaming data source. And you can nearly. Let me explain. First off, let's get the still running? Oh, it's still running. Let's go ahead and print, get price, and let's say that the currency is Doge. So currently everything is already taken care of. All I have to do is just run it. And currently the price is for Doge is 26.01 cents to the United States dollar. This simply just goes through, it connects through the API, grabs the price in USD, and then it comes down as kind of a data frame, and then this doesn't need to be here, this doesn't need to be here, but we have the data frame of this. Then we take out the location where these two columns intersect, and we get, that's where we get our price. And then we have a print out, which doesn't need to be there. I'll just comment that out. And then it returns, as we discussed yesterday with functions, and it comes down to here. And it's 2601. All right. So how do we figure this out? I guess we can do, for a day, we could do delta. Okay, delta works. It's not a word that we can't use. Delta equals 60 seconds. So let's say, how about per minute? So we're going to do 60 times 24 times, oh, that's it, just one day. 60 times 24. Now, let's come down here and say for X in range delta, because a range is whenever you're trying to get set a number that you're supposed to be counting up to. You can say print price and go. And see, we're already seeing right here, 2602 did fluctuate at one point. Now, here's the problem. It's not doing it every second. So we're going to just throw this into here to counter, and we'll do 60 seconds. And we'll go. Let's restart the thing. I'm not sure what's going on here. If it just rounded it down. So let's take a quick look at why I am doing 60 seconds while this is going to go through a couple of things. One is that CryptoCompare only allows about 50,000, I think 50,000 calls through its API. So that's 50,000 calls. That means you can call the price of something 50,000 times, or 3 somethings, less. So let's take a quick look at that. Let's take that 60 minutes times 24 times 30. And say x equals print x. Oh, because it's all the way at the bottom? Have to wait. All right, so let's just bring this up here to the top. And then print delta times 30. Let's restart it. All right. So we have, oh, it's right there. I did it twice. All right, so 43,200, and you can call, I think it's about 52,000 times. So calling once per minute every day for a month, roughly, will result in coming very close to that 50,000. Now, you can also sit there and have a little bit more precise thing without losing any options and go, okay, while x is greater or just pull this up really quick. All right. Well, x is greater than 0. You can do print why is that not working? And then we'll just do there we go. So now I'm not so worried about this anymore. I can call it if I want to. But you're watching down here also, right? You're watching me actually see. Oh. Here's the problem with that. We never actually talk about what x is. So x equals 50,000. And let's put in one of those nice little operators that do, we'll say x minus equals 1. 1. And then we'll write print x. Yes, do it. What? Oh, wait. Is this because I put in a comma? Please don't actually tell me that that happened because of a comma. It happened because of a comma. So apparently, if you put a comma into an int, it turns it into a tuple. I didn't realize that. I guess it makes sense because tuple parts of tuples are separated by commas. But I thought you had to have brackets on either side in order for that to be considered a tuple or a set. So hey, like I said, I was telling my wife, like, I love doing these videos this month because I'm increasing my. I actually found out I was really close to 90. I thought I was close to 60 videos, but I'm closer to 90 videos. I don't know if like all of them are currently published or something, but I was close to 90 videos, and so I'm actually only going to increase my video count by a third. I thought it was going to be by 50%. But see, now we have this where it's going to run through, and it's going to reduce one, and then this way I won't lose more than 50,000 of these little things. But we have that problem. We don't have a visible counter on there. I wish I could put in 0.5. I know I can't. There's always something, see, there's always something messed up with that. I think I have to adjust it in the actual function. Let's see, now it has to wait a second. Now it has to wait 45 seconds. All right. So now that we're having fun, let's go throw in an if-else statement. So if okay. Let's say P equals get price. And then we sit there and go print P. All right. So now that takes care of that. It's still going to do the exact same thing, but now we can also take the P over here and go if P is less than 0.5. Print time to buy. Now, anybody who's been watching Doge knows that that's not really accurate. You should really probably buy at around like anything under 20 cents. But like once it drops down to like 25, closer to 25, then you can buy it, because then every time it goes up a penny, it goes up 4%. Anytime that you buy sometime around 20 cents, it's 5%. So buying at 0.5, that's 2% increase, and it's like, why did you even bother? Off of $1,000, that's $20. Come on. Plus, it rarely ever goes over 50 cents. So, and then elif. Now, this is where you can make another condition. So if P is greater than 0.5 and, I guess it has to be lowercase, P is less than 0.7. And you don't have to do this because of the fact that, you're doing an elif, which means you can actually technically do more of these, but it has to stay in this little bubble here. Print, hold it, and then else, which means it's not below it's not below 5 and it's not below 7. It's got to be above 7. Okay, we're gonna put in print sell. Because let's face facts, you want to sell that because it's about to crash back down to like 40 cents. It looks like it's kind of deciding what to do, but it's not printing, is it? Oh, it's waiting a minute because it's after the visible counter. It's waiting 45 seconds. Time to buy. It's just the dumb thing that I did. He said it too. I was like, it looks like it's waiting for it for some reason. Like looking at the monitor made it, the screen looked like it was angry and just wanted to hold back or something, or it was really thinking hard. Oh my gosh. I'm an idiot. And now this will run for just about a month by itself. And it'll sit there and go, time to buy, hold it. It'll wait 45 seconds after each call, but it'll actually do it. Now, we've already goofed through about, probably 30 to 100 calls. I don't even know at this point. So we're already down a whole bunch of them at this point. Wow, what happened? Did it just suddenly go over or something? Should it become just buy? Getting coin information. Did we seriously burn through 50,000? We burned through 50,000. How? Really? There's no way we burned through 50,000 calls. Oh, but there is a daily amount too that you're not allowed to go past, which is much lower, and I can't think off the top of my head what it is. Well, that sucks, because then I was going to go in and I was going to talk about so we threw in an if, an elif, and an else. So we have an if-else statement. You can do as many elifs as you can find conditions for. Going into, and we've done the while loop, we've gone into the for loop. But the for loop, I also kind of like bringing in sets, and this is why we brought up this in the first place. Now we don't want to use a set, because a set is unordered once again, meaning every time it would be called, it would be it wouldn't come in the same order, which means that any data that you set up is not going to be coordinated correctly. So let's just take a moment here and say, okay, you should really be up here to do this. As everything goes top to bottom, it flows in time, as we just learned with that 45-second counter. That we have Doge already here. We have a currency setting, so let's set up a list. And then what is it, LTC for Litecoin? Now, is Shiba Inu, is that going to be just SHIB or is that Shiba? I think it's Shiba. Now, this is only one way of getting the information, by the way. There are other ways. Like you can just web scrape the data off of a website and be perfectly fine doing this. It's a little bit harder to set it up. I don't know if it's quite as accurate, but I also don't think that you have the limit of calls. Now, just because they said that we can't do Doge, we'll try to do the other coins just to see if we can, and we will come down here and let's do 4x in currency. And we have to put all of these up because of the indent. Seriously, how much did it need? All right, you're seeing this too, right? Okay, now it's in the same place. All right. Let's take this completely out and bring it down here, put it in line with this 4 because it has to work with the while within that indent. Oh, it's not letting us do anything. All right, so basically what this would do is that you could actually comprise an entire list of these currencies, and it would go through the list of currencies and collect that data for that currency, for each currency, and then it would run through that entire thing of what we just did, and then it would say, okay, let's knock off 1 from 50,000 and it'll be 499.99. So that is our fun of loops and conditionals. I once again went off on a tangent. I kind of wanted to show you like this grand thing, you know? Like I wanted to show you this more grand idea that you could actually use this for in the real world, instead of just saying like, oh, here's a counter. You know, let's do that. No, we're really pulling real data in from somewhere. So, yeah. Technically, we can actually kind of skip this, where we just sit there and go, okay, this is where it just gets fun. Price 2, and then go equals 0.3. Don't we all wish? BT PC equals 63,000 roughly. Again, that's a tuple. And then LTC equals, I don't even know, like what is it, $450 or something like that. I'm not paying that much attention to this kind of stuff. So then we just do get price. Pardon me. Get price 2, and we can see if that works. Nope. See, that's what I can't just. Oh, that's why. Because I don't have a return out. Gosh. All right. So I'm not going to go in and build this out anymore. I think we've done enough to go into data frames. I think we should probably go a little bit into data frames tomorrow, and then Sunday I think I'm going to go in and talk about my first program. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because every day this month we're coming out with a video. Veterans Day, I usually do a Veterans Day story, like a veteran story, a story about me in the military. So I'm not sure if that's going to be a programming video or not, but it does involve me in danger. So if that interests you, have a good day. Bye.